this is making I the priority. So raise of hands and be honest. Who here is thinking about not going to college? Be real with me. Everybody wants to go? You as well? Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Who here knows they're going to college but really doesn't know what they want to do? Truthfully. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? So I kind of had a plan, but we'll tell you a little bit more when we get into it. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, the only person you are destined to become is the person that you decide to be. So as I said, I stand here. I graduated from Freeport High School in 2014. I also graduated, well, I went here for a little bit, then I graduated from Kishwaukee College in 2017 with my associates in biology. I also played 2 years of collegiate baseball there, where we are the 2016 champions for the Arrowhead Conference, which Highland actually is in. So I'm from where y'all from, y'all. So let's get into it. Today I want to share with you the lessons and some life lessons that you will experience as you start this world and you really become adulting. So who here is already 18? Anybody? Okay, so yeah, you're already kind of feeling that pressure, right? A little bit of adulting. Perfect. I want to give you 5 things that helped me personally change my life and propel me to where I am today. The first one is the power of self-reflection. Henry Ford is the owner and creator of Ford, said, the person who says they can and the person who says they can't are both right. You have to know that if something is for you, that you can do it, no matter what anybody else is here to say or what anybody else can tell you. That is family, that is friends, that is anybody. Only you can create your own vision and your own destiny, because only you can step into the room for yourself. So let me give you 3 stories where me personally, I had to self-reflect. The first one was when I first got out of high school, I went to Illinois State to play D1 baseball, and it didn't work out. My coach from my travel ball team in high school said I was a shoo-in, he was going to get me in, and things happen and life happens, right? So I became a little bit depressed. At that time, I played baseball for about I wasn't that old yet, for about 17 years, 15, 16, 17 years. So that was all I knew. That was truthfully the only thing that I had an identity in. Who here is an athlete? I love it. Stay doing what in your craft. Being an athlete is going to teach you the drive that you need to compete in this world, because everything is competition. So, again, I was in Illinois State. I ended up not being able to play, so I went home. That next year, I got a call from a friend who I played in high school with that I could go to Kishwaukee College. So I went on in there, and then again, I tell my story. We became the not the national champions. We became the Arrowhead Conference champions, the first team to do it in 20 years, where my coach did it in 1996, and he was also the national champion. So we really brought history to this community, well, to the community there. My second story was I was 24. I was living in Chicago. I had a great job. As of now, I was making about $60,000. I'm working sales. Life is decent. Life is nice. I'm working in this nice little high rise. I'm thinking I'm the coolest man. I'm going on the train. And then COVID hit. I had just got back from a trip to Tampa, Illinois, where my company had sent me to help interview people for new jobs here at the company, which I didn't know that was going to be taking my job, and also to teach some young women who didn't have, some young single women who were mothers, how to get the skills they needed to move on and get some of the jobs that they were wanting to do. So event was awesome. We had a great time in Tampa. I got to be in Florida. And I get home. I get a call. Actually, no. I get a text from my boss. He says, hey, make sure you come in a little bit early this week. We got some new stuff going on. I'm not thinking too much of it. We're really close at the time. I get to work that first week or that first week back, and he says, hey, or brings me into the office and says, hey, we're closing the Chicago office. Your only options is to move here to Tampa, where we're going, and that's where our headquarters is, or good luck. And at this time, I was just starting to turn into a sales manager, and I was starting to actually train other young people to be doing what I'm doing. So that hurt hard. I had nothing to do, honestly. My apartment at the time cost $1,850 a month to keep up. Couldn't do it. So I came home. I came back to Freeport, where I'm from, and I moved in with my parents at 24, 25. Never thought I would come back home. But there was another story to that as well. Later on, I just got out of college my second time in 2023, last year. I graduated in April or March, whatever, anyways. At that time, I said, I have a gift with a camera, and I have a story to tell, but I don't really truthfully know what story I want to tell. So I bought a camera, and I started my business. Today, my business has been in business for about 1.5 years, going on 2 years. It has been awarded the Platinum winner in Rockford for digital marketing, videography, video production, and photography. And I'm also, as I stand right now, a director of media for a tech company in Houston, Texas, where one of our things is AI to help change the world and create more billionaires and millionaires through technology. So you just never really know where life is going to take you, but you have to keep going. So let me get to my second point. You have to set clear goals. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or to things. Don't go out here, especially going to college, thinking, man, I just got to get a good job. You might get out of that job being maybe either not there or might not be for you. Move with your passion, move with your heart, and know that your skill and your gift can be used and can be monetized. But you have to do what it takes to actually put yourself out there. My goal personally is to empower, uplift, and elevate others in my journey and give a voice to the people who feel unheard or underrepresented. That's one reason why I got into media. I knew that coming from a smaller town of Freeport, there wasn't many radio stations. There wasn't many TV stations. You had to go all the way to Rockford to get that type of work or that type of mentality. And I said I knew that coming back when I started this, I need to do something for my community and give help to others. So that's what I did. My also goal is to better my community and leave a mark in a positive way with my legacy. When I was your age, I didn't exactly know what I wanted. I just knew I wanted to help people. When I first got to college, I thought I was going to be a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Then I said, you know what, I'm going to be a surgeon. Not a surgeon. Then I said, I'm going to be an anesthesiologist. Definitely not doing that either. And when we got to it, I learned that no matter what I wanted to do, I just wanted to help people. I wanted to give back to the people around me and help them be better in wherever they are. So I got my degree in healthcare management, where I knew that I could help place people in positions to succeed and to win. I knew that was my thing. Now, moving forward, as we say, I've been in business and I haven't used my degree at all. The only thing I really use my degree for is communications and to get me into rooms that sometimes people will not give to you because you don't have a degree. And when it comes down to it, if that is the road that you choose to take, make sure that you know that they can never take that from you. That is your experience and that is your triumph. Own that and be okay with that. But don't be stuck to it and think that's the only route in this life. So when you're setting goals, use the SMART method. S-M-A-R-T. Be specific, make them measurable, make them achievable, make them relevant to your cause, and make them time-bound. Put a date on it. Guys, put a date on it. When you're talking to a girl, put a date on it. They don't want to hear what you're doing. They want to hear when we're going to be out. What am I wearing? Where are you taking me? Let's be real here. So when it gets down to it, put time on your goals. Make it relevant. Make it where you can really do what you need to do to succeed in whatever you're trying to do. So my third lesson was I had to embrace challenges and failures. As I told you my story, I had a lot of setbacks. I had a lot of things that I didn't think was for me or was going to be for me because of the environment or whatever I was doing at that time. If there is no struggle, there is no progress, by Frederick Douglass. Life's journey is filled with challenges and setbacks, and our ability to navigate those is what makes us us. It is a crucial aspect of your personal development and of you developing as a young adult in this world to be able to serve your community and to be able to live the life that you all want to live. So let me share a personal story about me when I was younger that I faced a challenge and a setback. So during my junior year, I was being recruited to go to baseball, as I said, D1 baseball. And during that time, I had got hurt. I had got a concussion that set me out for 2 weeks during our biggest tournament of the year. And the crazy thing about it was I got the concussion because I was going for a fly ball, and it was a wet day, and I slipped on some plastic right next to like a plastic mat, or a rubber mat, right next to the dugout, and I went headfirst into a pole. And my friend was the one who hit that ball. So to this day, we are still friends, but you just never know how life's going to take you. So I lost that opportunity. I thought that, man, I know this is for me, but I don't really know where I'm going to go. In that time, right after that, I ended up getting a call. I get a call from an agent in Chicago. They say they want me to be in a commercial. And at the time, I was a childhood actor in mine when I was 7. But when I got about 8, my parents took me out. They said maybe it just wasn't for me. So I never really internalized that until then. And I thought this was another chance for me to be on TV, to be, the actor or whatever that I wanted to be. My parents told me no again. And in that time, I said, you know what? I'm 16. I got a car, kind of. It's my mom's car. I'm driving to Chicago. You can't stop my dream, my hustle. I get halfway to Rockford, maybe about Winnebago. I break down, and the car is totaled out. Not making it. Parents are pissed, let's be honest. And I'm mad because I'm sitting on the side of the road having to call my dad to come pick me up because I just totaled his car. So sometimes your setbacks are just going to be challenges, but you have to keep moving forward. So the other thing I want to tell you is to always keep learning. Never think you're too smart to learn. Never think you're too old to learn. Never think you're too good to learn something from someone else. Your peers, your parents, me, your teachers, whoever. Take the time to develop learning as a new challenge for you and as a new skill. Because the more you learn, the better you're going to be. Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for today. And that was by Malcolm X. Never stay still. Always keep moving like a shark. Stay hungry. Keep moving forward. Whatever happens before in the past, you have to be okay with shedding that skin and moving forward. A snake sheds its skin. Sheds. People, animals shed. People, we shed, even our hair, our everything. That's you moving forward and progressing into the future. Don't look back to the bad past if you've had a bad past, because it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. Keep going in whatever you want to go. Be open to new ideas and new techniques. It's going to be weird at first. Hearing some new information may feel awkward, but if you know it's from the right person or the right source, take it in. Be open-minded to it. It might change your life forever. Get a coach. Get a mentor. Me, I have a mentor. My mentor is Antonio T. Smith Jr., tech billionaire, and also my CEO of the Houston company that I was telling you about. Mentors and coaches are the type of people who know where you want to go, so they help push you there. Take that information because they know where you want to go, and they want to push you there further and faster. As a mentor myself, my goal is to make you all richer than me by my age now. My goal for these young folks, for you all, is to give you the tools to go farther in life, to help your community, to start that business, to start this event, Lollapalooza, whatever you want to do, and however you want to serve your community, that's up for you, but do it big. If you think small, you'll always stay small. Think big and think positive, because you can do whatever you really want to do. The fifth thing is build a strong support system. Environment is everything. If you don't have anybody to talk to, find somebody to talk to. Whether it's a friend, a teacher, a mentor, a little kid at the basketball court, whatever, find somebody to have a conversation with. We were meant to be companions in this world and partners in this world. So work with each other. Even if it's hard sometimes. For me, a lot of times it's hard for me to ask for help. I tell my mentor all the time, I apologize, I act weird sometimes, because I've never had a real big brother. I've never had someone who genuinely wanted to give me the tools to be bigger and better than him, because a lot of people aren't always on your side. So I'm thankful for that. And you need to find your person, whoever that person is. Make sure you find your person. So let me ask y'all something. Raise of hand, who here has a friend that always gets them in trouble? And be honest. Exactly, and I know you is the friend because you say it like that. So that's okay. But I'll be honest, when you move on in this world, sometimes you have to shed those dead weights. And I'm not telling anyone to not be friends with anyone, but I will tell you, on average, 5% of high school friends stay friends after graduation. So most of the people that you see here today, whether you're a friend or not, your foe, you might not ever see them again. So if you have a lasting relationship with somebody, cherish that, because you don't know how long something or somebody will be in your life. And I also want you to know that not everyone's going to support you. Not everyone is going to care about you or want you to be better than them. For me, for example, I still only have 3 friends that I talk to from high school on the regular. And as a grown man, we talk a couple times a month because we're all different. We all got lives going. My run friend, he's a director of surgical services in Oklahoma, Tulsa. My run friend, he's but he's a higher rank in the Marines in Hawaii. My other friend, he's in Florida, is about to get married. You know, life moves on. You're gonna go on your path, and everybody's path is gonna be different from every single person that you're looking at in here. So be okay with that. Be okay with doing what you have to do. So remember, life is full of experiences, whether they're good or bad, but it's about how you handle them, and that is the thing that will make you succeed. You can get knocked down 9 times, but always get up 10. Doesn't matter how many times you get beat down. Doesn't matter how many times you feel defeated. You feel like you can't do something. Try it again. If not, pivot a little bit and try it a different way. Ask somebody for help. But if you know that whatever that thing is for you, go for it. And also know timing is everything. As I told you my story of acting and modeling, I tried 3 times. It didn't work. Now here I am creating my own environment, my own media, and doing this not only help myself, but help you all as young people. So whatever you want to do and your passion is, keep doing it. Before I leave you, you internally possess the power to be whatever you want in this life, but how will you use it? You want to party and have fun all the time and not take care of what needs to take care of? That's how your life will be. You want to struggle now, struggle for the rest of your life, not prepare yourself for this next life, for a long life, because y'all are all young. I'm only 10 years older than y'all, than most of y'all. Y'all still young. I'm young. Life has just started for a lot of y'all. And life is really just getting started in my career for me. So be okay with delaying some of that gratification. Be okay with staying down in the valley to make it your highest peak of your life. So, again, I'm Jalen Hughes, and this is Making I the Priority. Thank you. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave this up for questions and answers. If anyone has some questions, feel free to ask about business, about life, about whatever. You're more feel free to ask. Go ahead.
How long did it take you to get back on your feet when you moved with your parents?
2.5, 3 years. Because COVID, basically most of the pandemic. In that time, I got my degree, like I said, and then when I got out in about April of 2023, my business was in about 2-3 months already going. I had built up some clients from being kind of a freelancer from before, so I was able to use that and then use my previous sales experience to put myself out there. And you know, I'm a marketer with the video. I tell a story, so I just know how to put yourself out there. The biggest thing is, whatever you want, you got to put yourself out there. You're in competition with the world, and there's millions out there, especially because of social media and these phones. So what's going to make you different? If it's a cute laugh or a funny look, whatever it is, be different and be okay with being unique. Because if you fall by the wayside and be average like everybody, who's going to want to find you? Who's going to want to consume your content or whatever you're pricing out, selling, whatever? So, yeah. Anybody else? No? You got one over there? Okay, go ahead.
What's what's kind of some work that you do or stuff that you do on a day-to-day basis with your company?
Yeah, so on a day-to-day, the company I work for, the company that I'm running myself.
The one that you run.
So on a day-to-day basis, obviously content is king, so I post a lot of content. You can follow my social medias, Jalen MJ Hughes. You can find it on the links, everything on there. Again, it's about putting yourself out there, so I do that. Every day I'm building my email list, I'm building my network, and I'm contacting people. I would say every day I'm making content as well in terms of getting on camera or working on my website or whatever I got going on. So it's just, there's always work to be done. But the thing is, as of right now, if anyone does want to be an entrepreneur or being, have your own business, it's okay to work for yourself. But if you're the only one working for yourself, what's the difference between you working for the company? The only difference is you're making a little bit more money for more stress. So build your team, build your environment. I have people around me. Some of them couldn't be here today, and that's okay. But if I can't be somewhere, or if I need to rely on somebody, or I got to call my mentor called me back in the hurricane last night to give me help on my logo. That's the type of people you want in your life. The people that will not go out their way, because unless you go out your way for them too, so that's good, right? But that will do something for you without having to be asked. The type of people who know that, hey, maybe you're struggling today. I'm going to give you a compliment so I know you feel better later on to boost your day. Those are the type of people you want in your life. So building the right team, and then as of right now, I'm working on a movie that is going to be shot here in Freeport, Illinois. For the most part, it is going to be a documentary on the Black church and why we don't see more of you young people, and I as well, in the church. So, which church? Just church in general. Churches definitely change. I grew up in Christianity, so that's something that I want to give to the community. I'm going to bring out a red carpet. We're going to we're going to get a theater in the Lindo, free popcorn, all that stuff. And I hope you guys can all come when I do post that. But yeah, we're about really touching the community, bringing more resources to us, and being a voice. We all have a story to tell. It's just how you tell it. Anybody else?
Would you ever try baseball again?
Would I ever do baseball again? As a player or as a coach? As a player, probably not, because at this next level, it'd be pros. And that's just not where my life is going. As a coach, I've been asked to coach a couple times. If it fits into the schedule, I'd love to. But I coach in business and I coach in other things. So I still get that mentality. I still have that tactic. It's just not in sports at this time. Anybody else? Yes, no, maybe so?
As a college athlete, because I know that we have some students here that are looking into, did you struggle a lot with like multitasking your like priorities and stuff like that?
Yeah, big time. Time management. Time management is everything. One of the things that helped me personally was we'd have 5 a.m. hitting. We hit for 2 hours, then we had to go home and shower, and we had to be at our classes by 8 a.m. Every player had to be in class every day throughout the week by 8 a.m. because we had to be out by 11:30 to practice for another 4 hours. So time management is huge. When you have study tables for athletes, when you have designated hours where you have to sit down and get the work done, take it seriously. I know it may suck. You may not want to be there, but take it seriously, because high school now is cutting down on this. They're doing a better job. But if you're not getting at least a 2.3, you're not going to see the field in college. And you're not going to get that good scholarship or that good look from the next person because they don't feel like you're obedient enough or whatever, try hard enough for them to let you into their college as an athlete. That was something I struggled with. I was smart, but my problem was I like to talk too much, because obviously you see I'm a communicator, and I got things a little bit quicker than some of the other folks. So in high school, I got out of high school with a 2.6. Out of college, I got out of there with a 3. And I knew that in college, it taught me how to be a student because it taught me how to actually prepare myself for what is coming up. Studying, I never studied until I got to college. I can't tell anyone else what to do, but I never studied before I got to college. That was just how I was rolling, and college hit me in the face. My first semester at a big school, 27,000 people, I know maybe 10. This lecture hall is half the size of it. I'm doing terrible my first time. I'm not going to class. I need tutoring. I'm struggling. My health is going down. You all might experience, they call it the freshman 30. Because trust me, I gained it. I lost it that next semester, thankfully, but I did gain it because you're not eating right. You might be stressing. You're away from home. You might miss mom and dad, whoever it is. But just know that is your personal journey, and as you're succeeding and ascending and growing, only you can take that path. And a lot of people that has been here with you will fall by because they can't go where you're going. Just this last 5-6 months for me personally, I've lost people who I thought that was my sister's friends forever, that I've known since 5-6 years old. I've lost friends that I used to live with, I used to kick it with all the time. Like, I don't think I would ever go find, those party friends, all that. I lost all these people because, unfortunately, my trajectory said that I need to shed that dead weight, and unfortunately, they can't go where I'm going. And that's okay. But again, if you cherish somebody's and you cherish those relationships that you have, continue to grow them. Continue to reach out. Don't be the person that only receives a phone call, receives a text. Put one out as well. Compose one as well. You know, we all need people, and one of my mottos, especially my mottos with the company, is nobody suffers alone. We all need somebody here. So I'm telling you all now, if you don't have somebody, y'all are old enough to look at me as a mentor if you want somebody. Get my information. You can contact me as well. But talk to somebody, because you're never alone in this. And I've been through days where I've felt real alone. So I get it, especially as you're going on your path. But always know you have somebody.